Hey, what's going on today, guys? It's Trey. Welcome back to the channel. As always, welcome back to sunny, beautiful Germany. Today we are on the TGV headed to Paris for a few days. So we're gonna check out some sights, we're gonna eat a lot of food, and we're gonna take our son Golden to Disneyland Paris for the very first time. Plus our friend Clayton from the US is here, so we're really excited to be here on the TGV. Yes, if you're wondering where the hell I am, I'm actually in a bathroom on the TGV train. We did have a bit of a scare. Literally right as we were arriving to the train station, I realized that I left my passport at home. So I had to drive all the way back to Weiningen from the Stuttgart Central Station to get my passport. Probably got a few speeding tickets on the way back, but I made it literally with a minute to spare. We haven't been to Paris since 2018, so we're really excited to be back. There's so many different things that we have planned to do. So without further ado, stay tuned. Let's get into it. So we've been on the TGV a little over 2 hours, and I must say, it's really nice. You know, I've heard a lot of complaints about it being late and about them not being too clean, but for us, everything has been really flawless. It's really clean, it's really fast, the workers are outstanding, and yeah, it's a really great way to get around France. So we're about an hour and 15 minutes outside of Paris, and yeah, I gotta say, we're having a great time so far. All right, guys, so we made it to Paris. That was a very smooth train ride, probably the smoothest that we've had so far in Europe. But now we gotta head over to our Airbnb. The guy is luckily letting us check in a little bit early, so we're gonna be able to drop our stuff off, maybe take like a mini nap, and then we're gonna go and grab some food. Guys, check out the line for the Paris Metro right now. There's only one machine running right now, unfortunately. And we are literally all the way at the very end. So we did think about taking an Uber, but it would actually take a little bit longer to take the Uber. So I don't know, we'll see what happens.
346 minutes later.
All right, guys, we finally made it to our Airbnb. This is a really cool lobby. This is actually one of those old school elevators that I really like. But let me give you a quick tour of our Airbnb. Hey guys. Man, this place is nice. This is actually pretty big for a Paris apartment. This is bedroom number 1. Actually a lot of space in here. Let me take you over to Clayton's room. And this is bedroom number 2. We made it! And we got the bathroom over here. It's got a very small washer and dryer, but that's like typical Paris for sure. Hey Golden. And we lucked out on this place. And we got the kitchen. So quick story, I know this Airbnb is really nice, but we had like the most stressful time trying to find an Airbnb here in Paris. We booked one place, they thought that we were gonna have a party. Then I went ahead and booked the second place. They also thought we were gonna have a party. And it's crazy. I've got perfect reviews on Airbnb. We're just a young family that loves to travel. We barely even spend time in our Airbnb at all. So it's just very interesting and a little bit peculiar that they thought we would party. But we got really, really blessed finding this place, and it's in the perfect location as well. And if you guys are curious, we are staying in the 17th arrondissement. So we're grabbing food right now in the 17th arrondissement. I've got to say, this is a really beautiful neighborhood. When we come to Paris, we don't really ever spend too much time here, but this is like a really nice area. And I know this is pretty shocking to see, but for Paris, really clean. I haven't really seen too much trash on the ground at all in this neighborhood. I need to study up a little bit more on the different arrondissements, but this is a really, really, really nice neighborhood, guys.
Much later.
Hey guys, so we took a little bit of a nap. We've been up since 4 a.m. It's now actually a little bit after 6 p.m. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head out and check out Paris at night. So let's go check it out. We have made it to the Arc de Triomphe. I love coming here. In fact, I've actually never had this vantage point. We typically enter from that side over there, and then we just like to walk around, but I've actually never stood on this side before. This is probably one of the craziest roundabouts on the planet, and I'm sure somebody from Southeast Asia will correct me, but this is definitely one of the coolest monuments in all of Europe, not just Paris, but we love coming here so much. I like to call it controlled chaos because these cars, they do whatever they want, right? Obviously there's people that use blinkers, you know, but some people, they just don't care. They do whatever they want. And for some of you that are curious, wow, it's actually really empty right now. But for some of you that are curious, no, you don't have to run across the street. In fact, if you do that, you will get hit and you'll get hurt really bad. So what you do is you actually walk underneath and it'll literally drop you right underneath the Arc de Triomphe. But I'm standing a little bit too close to the street right now. I want to make sure that I don't die and have the trip ruined. But this is such a beautiful monument. We are actually walking underneath to go to the underside of the Arc de Triomphe. So this is probably the emptiest I've seen it. It is a Thursday night. There's not that many people here, but man, it feels great down here. So we made it to the underside of the Arc de Triomphe. This thing is huge once you get closer up. But as you can see, there's a huge line of people here. They're not just standing to get a photo op. Basically what they're doing is they're waiting to go to the very top. I'm not sure how much it costs. I'll insert it right here. It gives you a really great view and vantage point of Paris. I've never done it before, but I've heard that it's actually better than the Eiffel Tower. So you know how you see monuments in photographs and then you see them in person and they're a little bit underwhelming? Well, let me be the first to tell you that the Arc de Triomphe is definitely not one of those monuments. It is huge. Like you almost have to bend your neck back completely to look at the top. It is a massive monument. I think it's really cool. There's so much great history in Paris, and unfortunately a lot of it is pretty violent and sad. But it's led Paris to kind of where it is today. And we're actually not too far from the Eiffel Tower. You can kind of see it over there off in the distance. So that's probably where we're gonna head next, actually. So I don't know if my camera's picking it up, but look at how beautiful the sunset is tonight. The sky literally looks like cotton candy right now. So we are pretty close to the Eiffel Tower, but we just had to stop and pay our respects to Princess Diana, who tragically lost her life here in a really bad car accident. The entire world knows at this point. There's all these different locks here. You know, she was just an amazing human being, and the entire world was just, it literally came to a halt when she died. It was a really tragic situation. I don't know, it's just really sad to think about. You know, such a tragic situation and such an amazing human being, did so much for the world, and you know, she was literally an icon to so many people. You know, so many people idolized her. She was a true philanthropist, and yeah, she was just gone way too soon. So Princess Di, if you could hear me, I appreciate you. We all appreciate you, and that's why you see so many people stopping here paying their respects. But yeah, just a really nice memorial to her. I'd say we're like a good 1,000 meters from the actual base of the Eiffel Tower, but I think the best views that you can actually get of the Eiffel Tower are gonna be along the riverbank. There's really not as many people around here, and it's just really nice and romantic. It's very picturesque and very serene. And I mean, it's just, I love coming here so much. Now, if you really want to get a good view, you can definitely take one of these boat tours. It'll literally give you some of the best views of the Eiffel Tower in all of Paris. We have officially made it to the Eiffel Tower, and somebody is literally shining a laser on it. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but wow, it's just amazing. Gotta get gold in this photo op. Clayton is literally about to get scammed right now by this guy. Guys, Clayton literally just bought one of these things. So I was smelling something really good while we're hanging out over here. This guy is over here making crepe pancakes. Never heard of these before, but man, they look good. Also, check out this cotton candy machine right here. But look at those crepe pancakes and the waffles. It's crazy. We're not gonna get one this time because the line is ridiculous, but literally right outside the Eiffel Tower. So if you look really closely, you can see a ton of people walking down the steps. You can take the elevator, however, I think the elevator is an additional charge, and plus it's really busy tonight, so that's why most people are taking the stairs right now. There is the elevator going up.
The elevator going up, and they're doing the lights.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for us. We had an amazing first day here in Paris, but we do have to get back to our Airbnb because we're waking up bright and early to go to Disneyland Paris. It'll be Golden's very first time going. My wife and I went back in the year 2018, had an amazing time, so super excited for that. And then the rest of this weekend, we're just gonna be walking around, exploring Paris. We're gonna be eating. We're just gonna have a great time. So there's a lot to see and do in the city, obviously, but as always, thank you guys for the continued love and support. And thank you, Apollo, for watching.